So, you better start carving your Christmas trees. Christmas is just around the corner. Christmas is just around the corner. So, here I am at the carving tent. It's, well, I don't know if it's summer or spring, whatever. It's a rainy day out there. I carved a couple trees yesterday and a couple other things. I have this set up today because I was going to carve something on this cedar log, but I don't feel like carving that. So I think what I'm going to do here is I got this log, cedar log. Look at the center of the wood. Crack, crack, crack. It's full of cracks. So I think, you know, there's no sense me trying to carve a nice owl in this or an eagle or anything. I could carve a wood spirit on the face. It's like a 2D carving. But I think kind of today I'm gonna carve a gnome. Now, do I have a tape measure here? I probably don't. I'm gonna carve and paint a gnome in this piece. So the crack right here, it's the biggest one. You make sure that's around the back. I think the front part of the gnome will be right here, the face. So let me get cleaned up, get my saws unloaded, get the thing on the thing and that out of there. Okay, so I got it on the jack hoist. This is 1 inch short from 3 feet tall. It is like 14 inches wide. There you can see, hold on, I gotta put this tape down. This is gonna be like a Jordy Does video. I'm not gonna use my mic that much. So I got the big cracks kind of that way. I split them in half. So for this gnome, you can do like short gnome hats, you can do long gnome hats, you can do any kind of gnome hat you want. I just want this one, I think I want this one to kind of be long and fold it over at the top. So fold it over at the top. So what I'll do is, I know you guys can't really see, this is Western red cedar, by the way. Not that it's not that great of wood, so you know, if I screw this up, it doesn't matter. It's like at least I was out of the house trying to have a good time. You can just put a circle here where you want the top of the hat to be, then carve your little fold thing. I do a square though, because then later on I do an undercut and then I fold it. If I cut it down this way, that probably doesn't make any sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my saw and I'm going to do some big cuts, like some swoosh cuts. And I want this hat, I want the gnome's hat to be like, not just straight down, but like that. Okay? Now, we'll talk about, like, usually on my gnome, I usually don't put too much time into these things. These gnomes, they're just quick carves. You know, another thing too, like, it's good to have, somebody stopped by yesterday to buy a $100 carving. He said, "You got any $100 carvings? I got to go to a wedding. I forgot to buy I forgot my present at home." I said, "Yeah, I got a little owl there." So yeah, he bought the owl for $100. So it's good to have little carvings on hand for when people stop by or people message you, right? Like those trees. It's not even Christmas time, but if I post them, somebody will probably buy them. Those aren't the best trees I've done. I just did them quick. But it's just good to have the smalls on hand. That's what the chains are called. Call these smalls quick carves. Because, you know, like this one's going to be the next tree house. I was going to cut into it the other day, but this one here is going to be the next tree house. I was going to cut it the other day, but I decided, nah. I started doing some smalls. So, anyways, I'm running the my cigarette hiding behind there. Today I'm going to be starting off with the 034. So this just goes to show you, like, this is a normal still bar, and I'm going to block out the hat with that. This is an older saw, but this is my favorite saw right here, one of them. Anyways, I'll finish my break and I'll start blocking out that hat. I'm going to put my chaps on today too. Yeah. Chainsaw carving, it's always good to get to the habit to get some chaps or chainsaw pants, steel toe boots, if you want to wear gloves, eye protection, ear protection. So I'm going to start off with this one, the 034. Then I got my new little MS162 with a 12-inch carving bar. And then my little Echo 2511 with the 8-inch carving bar. Let's just get this hat cut done. This takes the longest because these are like cross cuts, wedge cuts. They cut slower. But I just sharpened this chain, so I hope I sharpened it good enough. Anyways, okay, so I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but when I was carving this, I stopped and shook my head because all this sapwood on this carving's rotten. It just needs to go. So that just means I got to carve deeper. What I should have done first before I even started carving this, get my saw, cut all this no good sapwood off, then I can carve into the hardwood. So I did a little bit more cutting off camera, kind of sloping the hat. Could be sloped a little bit more. I had to turn this log because there was a big crack I never even saw. So let's see here. I don't have my microphone plugged in, so always kind of start with your center line. This is where his nose will be. So your nose, big fat round gnome nose. Your hat, so the hat can come down below, bring it down past the nose there, so it's kind of the nose is holding the hat up. You just kind of connect the dots at around the back. I still got a lot more of this sapwood to remove. I wasn't. Anyways, just shut up, Jordy, and deal with the sapwood. Okay, so I'm going to get my saw. You guys can see that nose on there. You can give these more of a, actually this nose here, I gotta give it more of a thing here, more dramatic thing there, kind of. Now, with my gnomes, I know, sorry, with my gnomes, with the noses, so you can carve this line, you know, remove some wood here, carve around the nose, get the nose to pop off just like a wood spirit. But I think like they look better, just carve. Rob's great at doing them, is getting the nose to stick, so you're getting the nose to stick farther off from your hat. So that means I'll have to carve this hat a lot deeper once I start carving things, if that makes sense to you. Because if you carve this hat deeper, just like a wood spirit, pretend this is a wood spirit eyebrows, you carve it deeper, push it back, then you can get that nose to pop off. Carve up here deeper, this will come out more. You know, before I start carving, I just want to say it's not quite as easy as carving that front of the hat deeper to get the nose to pop off, because you're gonna have to slope it again, but you got to do all around the whole piece and blend it out, if that makes sense to you. I still got to take this back more, so I'll clean this up. I'll get rid of all this stuff and off camera, but you can see what I mean. The more wood that you remove, that's how you get the nose to pop off. So I haven't carved a gnome in a while, and I'm trying new things, like to make that hat thinner and kind of slope that certain way. That right side is, but the left side's not. We can fix that later. If I have done lots of these, I wouldn't have had all these little cuts. Okay, so let me try to explain. If I had lots of experience carving gnomes with the sloped hats, I would know how to do the big cuts just like that. I'm talking about to get the nose to pop off. Look at that nose pop off. We still got to round it off and stuff. But I haven't really focused on that too much, so it's a learning process. So I slowly remove the wood, little whatever, chip at a time or whatever you want, one slice at a time. Now another thing too, and I don't have a problem stating my mistakes. I have wasted a lot of time because I did not cut that water wood that was all rotten. There's a little bit left here. Okay, I did not cut that off. That's super soft. If I would have got my log and just got rid of all that wood at first, I would have had a much easier time for shaping, and I might not had to have done so much little things. You know, and it's in my opinion, how can I say this? You know, you can't blame a bad wood carving on the piece of wood that you decided to carve. Because you, in the long run, even for the very beginners, you chose that piece of wood to carve. Now sometimes, you know, like in chainsaw carving competition, they don't get to choose which piece they want to carve, so that doesn't apply there, and that's just my opinion. So I think now I might just leave this one simple, like shape the hat, put a beard in there, put a mustache in there. I don't even know, like, you don't have to get all crazy detailed. This is not a real looking gnome. This is a silly gnome for somebody's garden, or who knows. Well, yeah, somebody's garden. Just to have another carving here if somebody stops by and want to buy a carving. Boom, yeah, I got this gnome. I got a couple trees. Yep. So let's draw the mustache on. Once again, I forgot. I talked to Just Carve Rob this morning, and he did a gnome that was like a happy face gnome. It had teeth. I'm going to show you guys pictures of the couple that he did. I asked him to send me some pictures. So this one's going to be kind of happy. It's not going to have teeth. But I'm going to do it different. I'm going to carve all the beard hairs in, the mustache hairs in. Then I'm going to carve like a smiley face on it. But Just Carve Rob, he's wicked, getting so awesome at those little caricature things. Like, if you look at the picture, I'm going to show it right now, and I'll show it right here when I'm pointing this out. He has his nose tucked in. But all he would have to do is carve that hat back deeper to get that nose to really pop off. But that's what he was going. He was going for that tucked in nose effect. Does that make sense to you? So I'm just gonna stand by. For the beard, I'm just gonna go like this down here. Now, he's got to have shoes. Just Carve Rob had his off to the side. I don't know. So I'm going to cut. Oh yeah, does this fellow need to have arms? Well, this is kind of just go like this for arms. Under the, it's cut there. So remove some of this wood, cut. Okay, slow down, Jordy. Let me kneel down here. So cut here. Remove some of this wood, but not too much wood, because you still want to have depth for your arm. Cut here, remove a little bit. Here's his arm. Cut on the outside of his arm, all around here. Remove some of that wood. You know, the deeper that you cut it in there, the more it looks, you can see the arm sticking out, right? So, does that make sense to you? Straight cut in, not too deep. Remove some of this wood. All down here. Cut. Remove wood. Okay, so let's just I'll film doing this one. You know, so his arm's tucked underneath his beard. You can make his beard warp too, so it looks like there's a hand under there. But so, and we'll just put something in there later on, because it will make it look like it's a joint for his elbow or something. This doesn't even need to be so far back, but see, his arm's under his beard. arm, under his beard. Beard, arm. I'll do the other side. Carry on. Try new things. Carve deeper. That's a happy gnome. Okay, so I think it's mostly done with the chainsaw now. There's the Makita David Grass kicking ass die grinder. This is the 800C with the 1/4-inch Kutzall silver flame burr on there. And this is a great tool I got from Timo, that site like Amazon. It's a little small grinder, like you can see the size difference. It's a lot lighter, but this is like a sander. So this is on Timo. I think it was like 60 bucks, and actually I like it, man. It's light. And this is just Velcro on here. It comes with this disc and some sandpaper. So just if you want to get this on Timo, you just go on Timo and then research sander, or power buffer, or something like that. I'm not too sure, but that's what I would search for. What's the name of this thing? Well, it doesn't have a name. It's got speed control too, though. Where's the speed control? Yeah, right here. I usually run it at about 3. So I'm going to do the hat and clean everything up on this. Clean the shoes up, and then we'll do some painting, maybe. Hey, Just Carve Rob, you got to dig your water trough a little bit deeper. It's all coming into the carving shop. Yep, you got to dig it deeper, Just Carve Rob. So I think we're pretty well done carving. There's things that I see that like that arm's a little bit lower. Those, I never carve good boots, but we're just gonna paint those black. Let's give you the wider view here. Slow walk around it. See how I just put the holes in there? I got this idea from Ben's studio on the lake. Now I didn't sand it that good. I sanded the hat. There's still like spots where I just don't care. Well, not that I just don't care. It doesn't matter. So I just put a hole in there to give him his elbow there. There's that big crack right on the back. And then you see here, see that crack? That will come down here. See it? This is kind of squarish. I could curve it, make it more roundish. That's not a big deal. Like, look, I didn't sound that good. You could make the arms like curve around, make them not so square, round them off. Not a big deal. So I'm going to pull out the wood burner a bit. I'm just going to burn here to get rid of the fuzzies. I'll sand it, then we'll paint it. Why not? I got this gloss Continental Red. Yep. Okay, so I'm just using extra paint that I had here in my cabinet, but I got this blue. I don't know, does blue and red go? Doesn't matter, does it? Does it really matter? I got green. I told you to just carve, Rob. You gotta carve your trough deeper. Yeah, she's coming in. Ladner Carving Fusion River. Anyways. That's how we make a water trough here at Carving Fusion. Specialty shoes. There you go. Fuck. Oh well. Well, I guess we need this rain because they're calling for a long, dry winter. Let's end this video. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Soaking wet. Okay, so I didn't sign it. The paint's still a little bit wet. I did some overshooting with the paint on this nose. I'll sand this nose clean when everything's dry next time I come back here. But that just goes to show you, you can have fun. But like I said, I got white paint in my mouth earlier, and all I do is taste paint. Excuse me. Clean the outside of the wood up first. You'll save yourself so much time. It sucks to do, but trust me, it's a time saver. Hope some people have learned some tips in this video. how to carve deeper, get that nose to pop. I put some, I painted it blue up here. I put some green up here. I put some red up here. Who cares? Just have a good time. If I wasn't having a good time carving, then I probably wouldn't do it. Well, I wouldn't do it. And things like this, they're good money makers. Absolutely. As soon as I post this, I'll sell this. Trying new things. I tried that new mouth. I carved a little bit deeper in here just to try things out. This is a happy little fellow. The shoes, not perfect. You can see the wood grain in this green. I did some of these cuts here when I was sanding it. I just sanded deeper to give it a bit of movement. So yeah, if it's going to crack anymore, this thing will open up in the back. Oops, oops, oops. Who cares? It's on the back. Hope everybody's having a good time. Stay safe. Oh yeah, we've got to give just Rob a side view of the nose sticking off. How's that, Rob? Huh? How's that, buddy? See you guys later. I'm going home to, I'm going to get some Subway. And, I don't know. Relax. Now I remember what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat creamsicles all night long. Yeah, I got a whole box. I got more here too. And some ice cream from Dairy Queen. Why you always got to bug me, Lee? Huh? Hey, Grumpy and Cricket. I got your card, buddy. Thanks for the kind words. Thanks for the $20. I used it towards shipping for the to send it to Just Carve Rob. I sent that priority. And like I said before, man, we all have shitty days. And it sounds kind of like you got some really shitty days coming. But fuck it. Live the best life you can when you can, man. Fuck it. Thank you too.